This one's been a long time coming. I'm loving Visual Vengeance. Visual Vengeance is this Blu-ray company, DVDs and Blu-rays, that are releasing all of these films that were like straight to video store schlock kind of titles that I never would have picked up. I never would have touched these in the old days because I would have just thought, straight to video, that's no good. Shot on video, that's no good. These movies are so much fun. Today, the topic of discussion is 1988's Repligator from director Bret McCormick. Now, perhaps based on a true story for all we know. It's a spoof. It feels kind of like a Cinemax After Dark movie in the best way possible. It is this like saucy spoof of sci-fi films. It's 85 minutes. This is the Blu-ray we're talking about. Bret McCormick he's done a lot of this kind of stuff. He did The Abomination that I've reviewed also from Visual Vengeance. And it stars Gunnar Hansen, aka Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as the character name is Dr. Kildare. Features briefly in a scene Brinke Stevens as Dr. Goodbody. You can kind of see where this is going. And basically the idea here is that it's this secret military government science project with this ray, this thing that turns soldiers accidentally into sexy ladies who are craving some loving. So you get shot with this ray, and whether you're male or female, you are turned into a sexy lady who's craving some loving. Once loving is achieved, these people then turn into alligator people. I love this. And who will survive and what will be left of them? So it's this weird, goofy, silly, shot in 4 or 5 days in a facility that was like a warehouse that resold old PCs. And it's just fun. This feels like an old Roger Corman movie. This feels like it's clearly made by people who appreciate the old AIP, Allied Artists, Universal, just cheap schlock stuff. And it's just a ton of fun. Apparently it was shot on 35 millimeter short ends from the Bret McCormick film Biotech Warrior. It uses a lot of the same cast, crew, props, things like that. And it's a silly nudie cutie. It really harkens back to the days of those old nudie cutie films where there was a thin plot that was an excuse for a lot of nudity. But there's not a lot of nudity. There's no real, that I recall, sex scenes or anything really explicit. It's just fun. It's just a lot of nudity, a lot of dumb jokes, and a lot of fun. So good effects, some good practical effects, some good for what it was, visual, I don't know if I would call it CGI, but visual video effects, let's say. And it just plays, it's a lot of topless fun that plays to an audience for a film about a ray that turns men into women and then alligators. So if you're into a movie that turns about a ray that turns men into women and then alligators with some nudity in it, then Repligator is the film for you. So what do we have for extras? This is all about the extras. So the film's great, but with these Visual Vengeance things, you get equally as much running time with the extras and the making of and all the other fun stuff as you do the feature that you're buying it for. So we get a commentary by director Bret McCormick and Glenn Coburn, which is great. You get a commentary with Sam Panico of the BNS About Movies podcast and Bill Van Ryn of Drive-In Asylum. It's mostly observational commentary and kind of mocking the film. It's fun, but it's not like a lot of information. And a lot of times I'll watch a commentary because I want to learn something and hear cool stories and appreciate the film on another level. Some of the commentaries that are more observational, if you like the people who are doing it, it can be fun. But a lot of times it's like, if I want to make jokes, I can make jokes. Not that there's anything wrong with these guys. These guys do great work in their respective fields. It's just, to me, of the two, if you told me you can only listen to one of these commentaries, I would go with the one that was the director. You get a vintage making of that's 5 minutes. You get an archival Bret McCormick interview from 2013 in 6 minutes. You get the original deleted opening scene that's 4 minutes. They also get into on this that the film was shot and cut and sat around for a while. When it first got a release on DVD, they retooled it a bit, and they talk about that in the commentary, what they tweaked to make the film a little bit more playable, as it were. You get the original trailer that's 3 minutes. Bret McCormick interview from 2022 that's 24 minutes. Producer Win Winberg interview from 2022 is 8 minutes. Actor Carl Merritt interview that my computer just went off with my notes, so I'll just look at the back of this. Actor Carl Merritt interview, the original VHS trailer, Visual Vengeance trailers, limited edition slipcase, and the rest of this that's on the back I'm going to show you. So you get that really cool, fun new artwork on the front. You get the information on the back. You get a slipcase which slips off to reveal different new artwork for the film. and most of the same stuff on the back. And the artwork in this is killer. And then you open it up, and you're going to have a lot of fun. So you get the disc art, and then we get the original cover, the original video cover there, and then you get Visual Vengeance X-ray specs. Because the film starts off with some X-ray glasses, and that's what leads into the Repligator. So it's got the Repligator logo on it, Visual Vengeance X-ray specs. You get a set of video store style stickers that say, not for the kiddies, sci-fi, banned, video nasty, too gory, sick, VHS. So those are there. You can slap those stickers all over yourself or a friend. You get a mini poster with one of the newly commissioned arts on it, which is a lot of fun. And any of the Visual Vengeance releases so far that I've seen, they all do this. It's always fantastic. You get a Repligator like insert, which is a picture of our military official with X-ray specs at the beginning of the film and some information on the back. And then that's what the complete reversible cover looks like. So this is a fantastic set, as these Visual Vengeance sets always are. You know, it wouldn't, all this other stuff wouldn't mean much if the movie wasn't good, but the movie's good. The movie is fun and funny, and the extras make it just more of a good time. So available now from on Blu-ray from Visual Vengeance is a Bret McCormick film. One for really the whole family, as long as you don't mind, you know, nudity and alligator people. Repligator.